welcome to the Breaking Bitcoin Market Update. Of course, Friday, August 3rd, 2021. We're back. We're back indeed. It's a nice way to wind down. So, what did I say August 3rd? I meant September 3rd, guys. It's crazy how quick time flies. Indeed, we are in the month of September. And what a way to open the month, guys. Ethereum, of course, led the move in the month opener. But finally, Bitcoin seemingly following, creeping in Ethereum's footsteps. Bitcoin broke through 50K. Finally, yes, the 50K mark. We thought we weren't going to be testing this so soon again, were we? Still, of course, below the baseline, but Bitcoin at least broken through that major, at least mental resistance barrier of 50K. Other good news, Ethereum broke through 4K. It's since pulled back to just a bit under, but yes, we're back at the 4K price level on Ethereum. Prices we haven't seen since when we first break through here. Back in May. Yes, it was back in May, in the middle of the amazing bull run, that Ethereum did finally break through 4K, and finally it did hit a high of about $4,400. Certainly looks like we are within spitting distance of that price range right now on Ethereum. Things are very exciting. Ethereum and Bitcoin seemingly marching up. Is this really the beginning of the next bullish madness cycle? We'll certainly look at it, guys. That's one of the main topics for the TA segment. We're going to be looking at what comes next, and have we actually decisively broken through resistance? Has anything changed from our analyst take away on the market over the last few days? That's what we're going to get into. But before we do, I'm going to introduce our analysts. They're here. They're live. It's Friday. I know you guys want to be maybe scrambling to find gems in the NFT market, but no, we got to put on a show, and the people are ready. Alex and Jason, they're with us. How you guys doing?
I'm all right. Kind of tired.
Doing well. Like this little bullish impulse up on BTC, but still feeling a little uneasy about it. Not sure what to make of it, but if we get the signal to do it, we're going to do it.
All right, waiting for the signal. Let's see if the signal's actually materializing here.
I mean, Bitcoin looks fine, but I think plenty of other alts look better still. EOS, Litecoin, Tron.
I believe it.
Yeah, I know. Can you believe I just said all those words? But I did. They all look better.
I believe it. Bitcoin, if anything,
breaking brains.
If anything, Bitcoin still kind of hasn't even crossed over the baseline just yet. Makes me wonder if this is just going to end in rejection and tears from here. But indeed, some alt charts are looking hella juicy though, so I look forward to, Alex just mentioned a few though. Look forward to checking those out. We're going to get into that TA segment in just a little bit, but I guess in the meantime, it's time to get the show on the road. I got some news to cover today. We're going to hop into the crypto bubble, see what alts are popping today. We are going to, of course, shout out the audience. We're going to open up that D-Live chest in a little over an hour. And, of course, we're going to get to all your requests today. Nice bullish Friday to wind the week down. I feel so good. Let's go and get into the news first. I got a few pieces here. All right, I'm not really going to read this one because I more or less recapped the price action. Indeed, Bitcoin targets 51,000. Quote-unquote final resistance as Ethereum nears 4,000 for the first time since May. Yes, this story just covering some of the latest price action. The big question is, are we about to see 53 first for Bitcoin, or is 43 going to come, kicking us in the butt any minute now? Maybe I should have made a poll. That's what I've been neglecting to do lately, guys, is a poll. And if they had a poll today, the question would be 53 or 43 first. That is the question. Are we going to reject here and come crashing down? Or are we going to bust right through and head to 53? But with that said, let's go ahead and get into a few news items here. Probably have something more significant, more of interest to start with. All right, this is the big one today. This is indeed the big news item for today. We have this one coming from Wall Street Journal, getting reported in a lot of different places. Apparently, regulators investigating crypto exchange developers Uniswap Labs. SEC probe comes amid heightened scrutiny of the fast-growing decentralized market. Man, is this true? Paywall? All right, I might have to open up another.
Were you Are you looking at Legally Blonde? I swear to God, I saw Legally Blonde. For a
Yeah,
second.
Legally Blonde also bought Ethereum, but that's a separate story. We're going to get into that in a few minutes. This is much more significant. All right, let me just read this top, and then maybe I'll open up another link.
You know, guys, he has a name.
I think it's Reese Witherspoon. I think I saw that earlier. Yes, I think I know that person as Reese Witherspoon.
I know that person as Reese
This
Witherspoon.
person is known as Reese Witherspoon.
I know this person as Reese. You might know her as Meg Ryan.
Oh, is that her other alias? I'm not super good with all these celebrity names.
No, I'm just being an asshole.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks, guys. Always count on you to hold it up. Let me just let me pull up a story here to read off of, because the Forbes one's stuck behind a paywall. So here we go. SEC reportedly investigating decentralized exchange Uniswap. Let's have a look. U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is reportedly investigating the startup behind the world's largest decentralized crypto exchange, Uniswap. The U.S. securities regulator has initiated a probe into Uniswap's main developer, Uniswap Labs, the Wall Street Journal reported on Friday. The report says that enforcement attorneys are now looking for information about Uniswap's marketing and investor services, citing anonymous sources familiar with the matter. A spokesperson for Uniswap Labs reportedly said the firm is, quote, committed to complying with the law and regulations governing our industry and to provide information to regulators that will assist them with any inquiry. Uniswap is a decentralized exchange that enables users to swap between Ethereum-based coins and tokens without a central entity. The exchange is ranked as the largest DEX with $1.5 billion trading volume over the past 24 hours. Wow, $1.5 billion on the DEX. How about that? And a spokesperson in the SEC declined to comment on the existence or non-existence of a possible investigation. So we're pretty scant on details here, but of course what we do know is the U.S. regulators are paying increased attention to decentralized finance, the entire industry. And SEC Chairman Gary Gensler just last month announced plans to more closely monitor and enforce crypto-related rules targeting DeFi, token offerings, stablecoins, etc. In late August, the regulator signed a $125,000 deal with blockchain analytics firm Anchain .ai. Yeah, we covered that story, to get tech assistance in monitoring and regulating the DeFi industry. Now I guess they want to have a word directly with the Uniswap devs. See, take a peek maybe at their books, at some of, like they said earlier, their marketing and other, let's see here, marketing and investor services. Indeed, guys. Uniswap, you may remember, of course, did airdrop a bunch of those governance tokens to everyone, all in the auspices of more decentralization by spreading around, I guess, the governance of the protocol, trying to, I guess, make it appear less like a security and more like a decentralized and distributed protocol. Well, apparently the SEC is still going to be all over them. My take, guys, not a lot going to come from this. What, maybe a small slap on the wrist and maybe a small fine coming to Uniswap Labs. Could be the case, but we'll keep an eye on this. Man, they just all our boys are getting marched outside and facing the execution squad, or where I'm looking for the gun squad, the firing squad. Yes, I feel like the government is putting all our boys out in front of the firing squad, one by one, marching them all out in like a public fashion. Well, we'll see. Boy. Well, with any luck, nothing will happen again, and a small fine will get paid. Let's go ahead and hop into the next story. Once again, guys, the links, of course, will be in the description below. All right, here's a little flashback to the past. Who's been in this space long enough to remember BitConnect, the epic BitConnect memes? Yes, BitConnect, indeed. Well, apparently, this is one tale that's one in its closing chapters. North America's Bitcoin head pleads guilty to fraud. Glenn Arcaro, head of North America's division of the pyramid investment scheme BitConnect, pled guilty in the U.S. District Court to conspiracy to commit wire fraud. Within BitConnect, Arcaro participated in what prosecutors called a textbook Ponzi scheme. Yes. And then he defrauded investors for over $2 billion. Ooh, that's gonna come catching up with you. $2 billion from American investors. Yeah, that's why you ended up where you did, Mr. Arcaro. Arcaro's plea occurred the same day U.S. Securities Exchange Commission filed a civil lawsuit against BitConnect themselves. Yes, guys, if you remember, this was like a real staple meme in the crypto space for a number of years. It's since died off. In fact, many new participants might not even be aware of the BitConnect Ponzi scheme, but wow, it was indeed, as the prosecutor describes, a textbook Ponzi scheme, defrauded investors of over $2 billion. Indeed, in his plea agreement, he admitted to earning no less than $24 million from the BitConnect fraud conspiracy. As per the plea agreement, he must return that money to investors. Arcaro could also be sentenced to 20 years in prison. Horrible. I mean, that sucks, but maybe it's exactly what you deserve for foisting this Bitcoin scam so shamelessly onto the people. Of course, BitConnect back then claimed to use proprietary technology that could generate massive gains trading the volatility of the crypto exchange markets. However, according to prosecutors, BitConnect operated a textbook Ponzi scheme by paying earlier BitConnect investors with money from the later investors. The U.S. Attorney's Office remarked that BitConnect scheme is one, if not the largest crypto fraud ever charged. All right. Well, guys, I'm not going to read too much further into the story. Hopefully, many of you already know this history of the BitConnect drama. But yes, this is one chapter coming to a close. I guess F in the chat for Glenn Arcaro. Well, let's have a look here. I guess this is somewhat of a relevant celebrity. Yes. Legally Blonde. Reese Witherspoon, the American actress best known for her Legally Blonde role, is now publicly announcing she bought Ethereum. Quote on Twitter, "Just bought my first ETH. Let's do it, crypto Twitter," publicly said to her 3 million followers. She received numerous replies, including Logan Paul, who tried to sell her on NFTs. Wow, here I was about to jump in there and tell her to get in on it. I mean, what else do you buy Ethereum for, if not to go gamble it away at the NFT or, shitcoin casino?
Or gamble it up.
Yes. If you're smart like Alex here, then I guess you very well could. Let's see here. Here's the tweet from Logan Paul replying to Miss Witherspoon. "Welcome to the club, Reese. DM me your ETH address. I will gift you one of these World of Women NFTs because y'all could be related. And it'd be badass for your first NFT." Well, this is how you introduce.
Y'all could be related.
Yep. I mean, I guess he picked the appropriate picture for this from the World of Women collection to entice her to get into NFTs. Witherspoon estimated to be worth 400 million. Holy crap!
Hope she bought more than just one ETH.
Right? Recently selling her media company Hello Sunshine to a private equity firm Blackstone for $900 million. Wow!
First ETH? You mean your first stack of ETH?
Dude, with a $900 million sale. But this is I think how the rich get rich and stay rich. They don't spend frivolously, so go figure. I got a buddy who just came into some money and trying to get him to drop even like a stack on just a tiny bit of ETH. Seems like a huge ask. But again, I guess this is why the rich, the wealthy are the way they are. They're not too frivolous with their spending. But in this case, I'd implore Miss Witherspoon. I also have NFTs I could shill your way.
Think she wants an icon?
I don't know, but we need some more high-profile celebrities. This news segment is pretty scant without some higher profile endorsements. But I guess still fairly relevant and still worth at least, well, hundreds of millions of dollars, and still has 3 million plus followers on the Twitters. Reese Witherspoon, everybody. All right, speaking of NFTs, and this is one of the final stories for today, guys. ICP, Internet Computer's first NFT drop, apparently marred by issues. Yes, so the NFT frenzy, as you know, is foaming so hard over the top that the action is percolating, I guess, in other blockchains as well. People are heading over to Solana and I guess Kusama and VeChain and I guess now ICP for their degen NFT fix. Well, in this case, this kind of demonstrates what could go wrong. Let's have a look at this story. ICP, Internet Computer Scalable Blockchain, faced a technical glitch in its first ever NFT drop. ICP launched. Indeed, ICP launched its first NFT collection called IC Punks. However, the whole process was marred by network issues. IC Punks is a collection of 10,000 uniquely randomly generated clowns, lame, and is a play on American hip-hop duo The Insane Clown Posse. Okay. With which the network shares the ICP acronym. ICP Punks could be minted for free. However, when users tried, they reported being unable to load the application and claim their NFT. Let's see here. Report by a developer said the network was not serving the real user traffic anywhere close to the theoretical maximum rate. The final result was that the subnet hosting the NFT canister, the smart contract, struggled to properly interact with the ICP Punks website. NFT minting went live around 20 o'clock UTC. According to the ICP developers, 180,000 people were online to claim the free NFT, and it was the first time the network had ever experienced such a high volume of traffic. Soon after the minting began, users reported not being able to interact with the NFT DApp. What appears to have happened is a particular subnet, an individual network within the ICP network that hosted the NFT contract, could not manage the amount of traffic. The current subnet architecture has not been configured to handle a high volume of users interacting with the guys. It's the same old story. Another Ethereum killer arrives on the scene, flexing its high throughput chops, but then when push comes to shove, you launch CryptoKitties, or in this case, internet
scaling is hard.
Internet Punks. The volume just wrecks your network, and you end up looking like a fool. So I guess Ethereum, for all its shortcomings and high fees, guys, I put the transaction in, it goes through. The network always manages to get it done. There you have it. Hopefully nobody here got wrecked trying to get in on ICP's first drop. That might very well leave a bad taste in your mouth concerning ICP. Alright. Any further comments, guys? Alright, one other thing I am going to mention here. This is something Alex did drop in the News Pulse Premium on the Discord server. Again, the link will be in the description below. But here's a little blog post from, yes, everyone's favorite Arthur Hayes, titled JPEG the Jeweler. And, of course, it is a whole write-up on the topic of NFTs and, well, how to savvily, if that's a word, surf the NFT space. Yes, I guess that's what I'm looking for. How to get into NFTs, how to trade NFTs, all from, well, the mastermind himself, Arthur Hayes. Do give this a look. Alex indeed linked this in the News Pulse Premium. I think it's a worthy read on the topic of someone who's intimately familiar with the crypto space, a real OG, someone with some decent insight on most topics crypto. Now he's weighing in on NFTs. Do check this piece out from Arthur Hayes. All right. Not much more to add here, guys. That's a look at the news. Let's go hop over into the bubbles. Let's see what's going on in the alt space. How are the bubbles doing today? Well, it's mostly green. Alts, bubbles is a wash of green. Let me just make sure everything here is appropriately on screen. Well, that's better. All right, got more bubbles appearing on screen. We got this folded out. Brilliant. Indeed, top gainer of the day, XEC, this eCash thing that suddenly appeared recently. All right, I'm going to ignore this because I'm going to consider this some kind of pump and dump ship coin unless somebody corrects me otherwise. But beyond that, we got some notables here. Solana absolute tear. It's at $142. I think it just crossed over 100 the other day. Here it is, 142. It's up 14% on the day. Solana, I have a very good feeling about Solana, and it has a very bright future, guys. At least that's what the impressions I'm getting. This is not an investment advice. Near protocol up 21%. Litecoin up 13%. Horizon, Zen. Yeah, I think we just looked at the Zen chart yesterday. It just broke through $100. It's up nearly 12%.
Litecoin yesterday too.
Yeah, we did actually Litecoin.
Yeah, yesterday it was still hanging around the lows. And I was like, it could go off next month. It could go off tomorrow. It went off tomorrow.
Indeed. It went off tomorrow. Tomorrow was the popping off day for Litecoin, which is today. Let's have a look. Avalanche up 11.5%. Algo up nearly 9%. IOST up a little over 9%. And a smattering of your other favorite alts, all up single digits thereabout. Maybe a single loser giving a little bit back after having a kind of a hot week. FTT down 9%, AMP down a little bit. And I guess Uni rounding out some of the losers today. Uni had, I think, also a good couple days, but I don't know if this is profit taking or a reaction to the investigatory news, the announcement that the SEC might be taking a closer look at team or lab, or development team Uniswap Labs dirty laundry, which we just covered. All right, there's your look at bubbles, guys. You know what comes next. Let's dive into the live chat. Let's see what our wonderful people are up to this Thursday. Well, Friday, I should say. Man, I'm all over the map. Can you tell I haven't had my coffee yet? But let's do it. Ron Legato. First in the live chat. Big shout outs to Ron Legato. Next, Franklin MC, good morning. Shoutouts to Franklin MC on DLive. Jordan Stotts on YouTube. Hey. Well, big shoutouts to Jordan. Mr. Ether, if we close below the 200-day moving average on Bitcoin anytime in the next month, I'm selling everything into USD. Yes, it's ride or die with Mr. Ether. Bitcoin has one shot at this. We got to take it all the way to the moon.
One shot.
If this is, I guess, well, I know what Mr. Ether's getting at. Are we gonna, if we're gonna break down here, indeed, I think Jason's macro take from the other day, I think would be kind of validated at that point. Jason.
I mean, even from my original thesis, I had us possibly clearing all the way through 58. So I mean, we still could get that pump. I mean,
true, that's true. Yes, Jason indeed thinks, we might, the next 6 to 8 months might be corrective, and new all-time highs mid to late next year. That could be the case, so maybe that's what Mr. Ether's preparing.
I'm wrong. We'll be rich a little faster.
Indeed. Gravy, grits, and greens over on DLive. Scrapple, and chitlins. All right. Shoutouts to you, Joe Mama. Polly B. Happy Friday on DLive. Shoutouts to you, Adam. Bitcoin held the W pattern neckline last night. The W pattern neckline, huh? And bounced off of it with a little volume. All right. Crypto Jenny. Shoutouts to you on DLive. Any word? The Dockaroo says, oh, okay, any word? I feel you. Let's keep rolling. Adam, jobs report today was wildly lower than expected, meaning tapering not happening. That's good. That's kind of bullish for the markets in that case. Forget the tapering. More or less what we talked about when the tapering FUD was circulating. This could change in a heartbeat. And indeed, Adam says it likely is. Conditions are really set for the next phase of the bull run. Well, yeah, after that tapering announcement, then you're probably right. Taz Blitz, good day. All big shout outs to Taz.
There's no announcement.
I saw some headlines today. Maybe I should have incorporated them in the news. But I guess, yes, indeed, might not be an announcement. Maybe just hinting after this lousy jobs report.
It's an impression that because the markets because the job market sucks, that the Fed wouldn't taper.
Right. Just an assumption, indeed. But indeed, the jobs report sucks. That's what many are presuming. A tapering, the tapering may not happen. We will wait and see. These things are obviously in flux. All right, excuse me. Let's see here. Anywhere it says time for Uniswap to move over to Solanax. Yeah, I'm not sure if moving chains is gonna at all alleviate any of their sore spots with the regulators, but I guess we'll see. Ted Zed, shoutouts to you on DLive. Bullish Friday. Hello, CC. Indeed, a bullish Friday. Welcome. Ask about my wiener dog says what's up. A very big what's up to you, Mr. Wiener Dog. Crypto Jenny, guys, I looked into Axie Infinity. You have to have a minimum of 3 Axies to play. One Axie is over $200 right now. Yes, Axie Infinity, a bit of a tall barrier, tall bar to entry. I guess is what I'm getting at. Well, I mean, still $200 each is not too bad. I spent $200 on fees just staring at my Ethereum wallet. What's $200 for an Axie? But yes, that's the cost of entry. Maybe DM that guy who was playing Axie Infinity in here. Somebody was Crypto Rich.
Someone wanted to sponsor someone or
Mr.
something.
Ether had his kid playing Axie Infinity.
Oh, I thought he was playing something else. Okay, all right. Well, shout out to Mr. Ether and his kid holding it down on the Axie Infinity front. Mr. Ether, I hope your kid makes more money than you do playing Axie Infinity than you do slaving away at your day job. But that's just the great tragedy
Pretty sure
of it
Mr.
all.
Ether makes all his money off of Hex.
He makes his money off of Hex, but Mr. Ether also works an honest day job. And I just think the ultimate irony would be, you know, you give your kid some Axie Infinities to play with, and then he makes more money during the day playing Axie than you do. I'm not sure if there's any actual money making involved in playing Axie, but if there is, let's just say you one upped your father, kid. Ed Ted Zed, wow, what a throwback. BitConnect, it was a huge thing. Plus the YouTubers involved. Yeah, BitConnect was huge. It goes to show you how you have to market, how you have to create like a viral social campaign if you want your project to kind of thrive.
Every project needs marketing.
At least temporarily.
It's a hype-driven market.
It is a hype-driven market. Just hopefully you overindulge in the hype and underdeliver on anything substantive. Poly B, this is why people are renting them out. Yes, that's right. You can actually. Did we talk about that on yesterday's show? I thought we did. I think Alex mentioned it.
Yeah, Alex talked about it.
Yes, you can even go as far as renting them out to people.
Incredible. Scholarships and scholars, but really you're renting them out.
Wow. This is like...
It's a nice euphemistic system they have.
Wow.
Isn't that just slavery with extra steps?
Yeah.
Video game slavery.
All right. Let's have...
It's from Rick and Morty.
Oh, that's Rick and Morty. Yep. That's funny.
Let's see here. Ron Legato says, I was a Bitcoin participant, but I only got taken for $250. Ooh, Ron Legato, you have my condolences, but that $250 spent in Bitcoin back then would be a lot more now. Crypto Jenny, not to rub salt in the wound, of course. Crypto Jenny, I read that too, something called a scholarship. Yes, some kind of scholarship to get the kiddies hooked on Axie Infinity, while Crypto Rich runs his sweatshop of Axie gaming and gaining. Jose Alves, hey guys, shoutouts to you. Ron Legato, love to get a free Reese NFT. I want a Bruiser's Bill NFT. Who's Bruiser Bill? Anybody? What is this referencing? Anybody?
I know.
Something to do with Reese Witherspoon, I suppose. I don't know.
Yeah, Ron Legato. I'm not sure if I know the Bruiser Bill reference. Is this like a Hannibal Lecter type reference? I'm not too sure.
Bill type?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Buffalo Bill, that's the one. Maybe not. Reese, watch your back. Any word, when is Pulse Chain rolling out? I mean, I thought it was already rolled out. I'm not too sure about any Pulse Chain details here, guys. Polly B requesting link. Hang tight. I will add. Alex thinks Pulse is never coming out. It's a rug. Well, I don't know if it's full rug, but you know, Richard Hart has his own little fiefdom there, and I think it's going to thrive, but ultimately be like a walled garden without anybody besides the Hex acolytes engaging in that ecosystem. But hey, might work out for a time. Still more to come. Ask about my wiener. I see your requests. All right, big shout outs to you. Let's see.
Gotta finish that name, man.
I know. I mean, these are the usernames that people bring me, and indeed, I do have to emphasize that
his username is Wiener Dog.
It is Wiener Dog. Let's see here. Alex Will 33. Hello and good evening. Will Crane, with your request, I see it. I'll add it in just a minute. Mr. Ether says, do any of you remember who made eCash before Bitcoin was created? Yeah, that's one of the people kind of with the credited early, with kind of seeding the idea of Bitcoin. It was what was his name? I'm not good with names. I think it was the Hungarian guy. Either way, that's a good riddle or puzzle or trivia. Yes, trivia is the word I'm looking for. That's a good trivia question to maybe do a giveaway on if anybody knows that off the top of their head. RK, good morning. Shoutouts to RK on YouTube. Any word? I see one more Bitcoin drop, then the top of the mountain. All right, any word? I'm with you on that one. How much of the drop is the question? 40% pullback from here. Ron Legato with a $20 super chat. Pair character dancing under a rain of confetti and taking his hat off to say, "You're amazing." Oh, I guess that's a description of the GIF he posted. Well, I thank you, Ron Legato, for the $20 super chat. I can't thank you guys enough. Your support is overwhelming sometimes. Any word, as if the Fed gives a damn about jobs. Yeah, Jose Alves, can we take a look at? Yeah, I will add that to the list. Taper will happen, and it's bullish, says Chico. It's going to fake a lot of people out. Here. Ask about my wiener dog. Hex, you mean the scam coin I made a fortune on? Damn that scam. Yep, tough to call it a scam when some of you guys indeed have made good money off of it. But make sure you lock in those profits. That's all. You're not quite rich yet if your hex is stuck in the contract for 10 years. Any word? Bitcoin Fear and Grid Index greed level is still high, 7,400. I see. Fear and greed never matters, according to Alex. Last couple comments, we're getting into it. Peckham08, buenos dias all. Well, buenos dias to you, Mr. Peckham08. Peckham08, anyone want a free Our Planet NFT? What's Our Planet? Is that from the Wax P chain? Where's that one from? Ask about my wiener dog says, oh, Pulse is a scam too, let me in. Yes, we are going to get, no further comments. Let's keep going. ACU5, been in space 9 years, first time watching the show. Great comment. Great content, guys. Keep it up. Well, ACU5, incredible. You've been in the space for 9 years. Gotcha. I thought you meant you've been in space for 9 years. Well, welcome back to Earth, and I'm glad.
Yeah, the world record holder for longest space flight.
Yes, excellent. Well, assuming
9 years.
assuming your skeletal structure has not turned to jello, welcome back to Earth, and you enjoy the content. Look forward to having you as a permanent follower and subscriber. Christian Zeladon, any insights or your opinion on Bitcoin's dominance? Future support. We'll take a look. Mr. Ether, Max Kaiser. Max Kaiser. No, it was not Max Kaiser. George Soros. Not George Soros either, but thank you. Nick Szabo. Yes, Nick Szabo is probably who I'm thinking of. Wasn't it David Chaum who created eCash? I don't think it's David Chaum. George Soros. All right, not going to read that. Oh, boy, I'm not going to read that either. Guys, I guess I've spent enough time reading comments. Peckham08 confirms it's Wax P, and Houston, we have a problem. Well, hopefully there are no problems, guys. The stream is about to continue. We're diving into the next section now. Thank you for indulging my intro, guys, and a extended look at the audience and your comments. Appreciate it so much. With that said, Alex is already live. I'm connecting to him now. Getting into the main scene. He's looking at EOS Ethereum chart on the daily, so we're all synced up. I'm gonna head into the live chat, guys, start extracting your requests for the next segment. You know what to do. In the meantime, our analysts have the stream. I'll be back.
Bitcoin is bullish here. It broke above 50K. At this time, I'm at least looking for 53,000. But most likely, we're going to keep moving up to retest 60K at this point. So we can't take a long. We're still below the daily baseline inside of our no trade zone. So we're just going to forget about Bitcoin for right now because the real show is in the alts. We'll keep our eyes on this and we'll look at Bitcoin dominance and stuff and see if that needs to change. But for right now, Ethereum hanging out near the highs. This looks very bullish. If you guys will recall, our monthly close was above the previous monthly close. And Ethereum's likely to just keep following through here. I don't see any reason to think that might change. It's quite vertical on the monthly, isn't it? You might just forget we had a really awful summer.
And the people who sold at the bottom will be real sad.
Yeah, here's our weekly candle. This is just so bullish. I don't know what it would look like for us to get sold into here, but it seems unlikely at this point. You know, these 2 weeks right here are when sellers tried to take over, and they just couldn't. The weekly moving average here held. Yeah. Overall, very bullish, and I feel good for continuation here for Ethereum. Bitcoin dominance is unsurprisingly taking it on the chin today. Again, this is the area in which we could get a reversal here in Bitcoin dominance. It would make sense, right? Imagine, right now Bitcoin is above, Bitcoin is above 50K. Let's say Bitcoin breaks 64K. All start to trade sideways. I bet you see Bitcoin dominance start to do this. That's our signal to get out of alts and get into Bitcoin. Because once Bitcoin starts running, alts aren't going to be able to run. That's how it works in this market. If only time alts can really win are if Bitcoin is trading sideways or maybe moving up slowly on low volatility. But big pumps, market cannot survive that. Alt markets. All right, let's go ahead and look at the alt baskets today. They're all incredibly strong. Uniswap perp making new highs. Fucking send it. Guys, find your Uniswap pairs. Get ready. Okay, this is good. So Dragon perp finally breaking above this this resistance area that we've been eyeing. At this point, once we get above 5,800, then all of this trading range will be back on the table. Looks like this just didn't happen. Oh well. Best laid plans of mice and men, guys. This is actually a long signal, I think. Let's look in here.
That looks like
Yep.
a full on.
Below the qualifying line, above zero on our oscillator, WAD is firing off, and yeah, everything looks good to go here on Dragon perp. Same story on DeFi perp. We appear to be breaking through this resistance level that I had eyed out. If we continue to move upwards, then this is all back on the table. Privacy perp is lagging here and still hasn't broken above this resistance level. I'm kind of not interested in privacy coins right here. It seems like just a lot of other baskets are doing better. I mean, look at Uniswap compared to privacy, right?
Yeah. Big difference.
Buy strength, sell weakness, guys. Fuck privacy coins. Forget about it. Exchange, this is right at one of our resistance levels. I'm not super fond of this. I do like that.
Maintain the trend.
It didn't really maintain the trend. It's just that this is a linear trend that was a fake out, and the log trend happened to land on it, but it's not what it first appears. Ship perp looks strong here. We should close today above resistance. I'd be willing to take this long. Wada likes it too. Oh, not quite enough momentum. Never mind. Mid perp looks like it may be ready to catch up soon. It's definitely lagging pretty far behind here. I can't see the market moving up without the mid caps, so this will be interesting to see. Alt perp looking very strong. We never did break down here. We did not reject from the weekly moving average.
Nope.
It just goes to show you, you can get one part of it right and the rest of it wrong. Very bullish. This is basically our last resistance level up here around 6,000. Once we break above this spot, I think we're good to go. We're probably already good to go. I mean, look at Litecoin, look at EOS, look at XRP, look at Tron. Those all look very bullish on their Bitcoin pairings. So I would be very shocked if this ended up getting faded. This ended up getting faded. All right, so the markets are so up, so very up. Dollar must be so very down. So very down. See, guys, that's the power of identifying support and resistance levels and just saying like, hey, if we don't close above the resistance level at the end of the month, that means we rejected, right? Dollar had to close above 93 for continuation. We didn't close above 93, ergo, we reject. Is that simple? Right now, the monthly remains very bearish, the weekly bearish, the 3-day bearish. Overall, this looks really good for us here to be able to continue to move upwards. Dow Jones must be going crazy. No. No. What's happening?
Interesting.
Still kind of hanging out in the liquidity of the high right here. As you guys know, a viewer brought to us the idea that maybe this is a distribution pattern. So we drew it out, and it makes sense. If we close above this high, invalidated, long is what we go long then. But for right now, does it make sense to long this spot while we're still underneath our daily moving average? And we have a sneaking suspicion that this might be a distribution pattern. So we're going to let it alone. Strong day on the NASDAQ. Seems to have turned resistance into support. Very interesting moving forward. Looks strong. Man, the S&P 500 just keeps marching upwards. Just look at that.
Yes, it does.
I guess just best to remain bullish until otherwise.
Till further notice.
Yeah. Gold, haha, held the trend, continue moving upwards. What did I tell you guys?
Pretty good entry on gold.
Fantastic entry on gold. As you guys will note, I told you guys that we had a really awesome low risk, high reward opportunity on gold around 1730. I said it was a very good opportunity to long, which we were holding on to and kind of targeting 1950 currently. So once we get up into this area, we'll definitely take profits, and then we'll look to see what happens next. Silver, aha.
Nice,
It
Jack.
did find support, and it's breaking the downtrend. Silver's good to long here.
Yep. That was strong. Moving back.
Very nice weekly. Palladium continues to get faded. We could bounce a little bit more here. We could move up and maybe even retest this high again from below. So this is a very strong fall. I'd like to see late shorters faded, get suckered, and then bam, put down the hammer again.
Gotta be rough to be a palladium trader.
Platinum's become a long. It turns out this was a swing failure pattern.
Yep.
Today we know for sure platinum just became a long. Break of the less parabolic downtrend right here. It's good to go. I'm a buyer once again.
Right here.
Yep, buy here. He knew. How did he know? Alex of the past. Oh.
You must have one of those magic 8 balls from the 90s.
Must have. All signs point to yes.
Check again later.
Outlook not so good.
Yeah, Alex, that's good. Yeah. I think I'd like to see copper come back up and retest resistance. I mean, we already retested the liquidity of the low twice right here. See? Boom. Boom. We drop a whole lot of volume in here, gets absorbed. Then we move up. Let's continue to move up. Retest this area. $4.70. Reject. I think that makes the most sense in this spot. Let's kind of mark that out. Blah, blah, blah. Wavy stuff like price does. So we move up, we retest. Wavy stuff down. Even goes back in time a little, so. Whoops. We're pretty close to getting pushed out of our short on Brent crude. If we break this uptrend, we're going to have to dump it. Right now, we're holding it. It certainly looked earlier today as if we were going to. I still believe that oil is going to end up closer to $50 in the relative near term.
Yes.
Corn hanging out here. It's still a short. If we close back above $5.80, we long again. Target $7, $7.25. Natural gas. This is a profit-taking area. We recently noted the break of this lower time frame ascending triangle, shown kind of thusly right here. Once we broke up from here, we were looking to go towards $4.50. We got to pull back first and then finish the move towards $4.50. Right now, I think if we probably get a lower time frame retest, but natural gas is likely to continue moving upwards on its parabolic trend. Next target is $4.50. Maybe people got too bearish on soybeans. Certainly, I've been very bearish on soybeans, as you know, since we broke down over here. If we close back above $13.25, no, we're like almost there. If we break above like $13.30, then I think I'd be interested in longing this spot, at least back towards the top of the trading range here. So we can definitely get rid of this because this never happened. Looks like we're getting a pullback in sugar here. Daily looks kind of rough. Wheat getting bought back up. On the monthly, wheat looks strong to me. What happened to all my drawings? Ooh. Yeah, in my estimation, wheat is in the process of going parabolic in some way. This is kind of crazy. But as you can see, it is forming some parabolic trend at present. We'll see what happens with it. World markets. Whoa. Let me go back to that weekly.
That's selling off?
Potentially. Or are we turning resistance into support? So resistance here, we break up, we come down, push, 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 take off. Maybe? I'm agnostic. We will find out more if we break down from here. But I think the daily especially looks pretty rough here.
Yeah.
It's kind of trapped beneath resistance and support, finding support here, finding resistance here. I think if we close below 7.5 here, we'll be in for a really rough time. I think China's finding support on its old resistance level, shown here. 2018, 2020 resistance, 2015 as well. If the Chinese markets are going to bounce from anywhere, it would be this spot. If this spot does not hold, then China's in for like a world of hurt. But but because of that reason, this is an ideal low risk, high reward opportunity on China. And currently, time transformation kind of improves. This closes in 3 hours, so we'll keep our eyes on this. I like the setup.
You should mark an arrow on it.
You're right. That way I can do an I told you so.
Who doesn't love those?
All right, so I think it's a good long opportunity. We'll see what happens with it. France kind of looking like crap here on the weekly. Look at this weekly bearish divergence. Ugh. And we get it on the other side of our weekly moving average after breaking down from this ascending wedge, kind of retesting this resistance. I don't like it. Say goodbye, France. Hong Kong breaking out of the downtrend. I see more upside. UK still hanging out at this fucking resistance level. I don't know what to tell you. I think it's breaking down. It would be nice if it did so sometime in the next 6 months. India completely vertical. Once we broke up from here, this was written in the cards because it turned out this wasn't distribution. This was accumulation. Look at this. All this moving here around someone's orders. Boom, we break up again. It's completely parabolic. What did I tell you guys about Japan? Incredible.
True.
Very strong and bullish day for Japan. They're up 3%.
Been some good news for Japan.
Netherlands posting up a bearish divergence at the end of today. Not so hot. We have not reclaimed this uptrend. See what happens tomorrow. We're right on the edge of this trend. Singapore, we kind of look like we're going to bounce from this spot. With time transformation moving over, I'm going to exit our short. Well, we're slightly in profit on it, so we're just going to forget about this for right now. With the world markets looking as strong as they are, I don't know. Look at the weekly here, though. No, I take it back.
That looks double toppy to me.
Yeah, no. We're refiring the missiles.
We're refiring.
Missiles are staying fired on this. The weekly is just so ugly. Fine, maybe we'll retest 360. It's cool. We'll spend a little time underwater. This is just so ugly.
Yeah, the 3 black crows there.
I think we're looking down in this area. Wow. Okay, so I think I've been proven wrong here on Taiwan. Once we close up here, we'll be closing above resistance. I think this is strong. So we had an opportunity to exit at a pretty good price for the hypothetical short. We didn't really take it. It does turn out this was a swing failure pattern right here. Price attempted to make a lower low and just could not. This really does look like distribution, though. It's incredible to me. But, you know, the candles are what they are. If we close like this, it's just super bullish. We'll be making a new weekly high. We can, we'll consider ourselves stopped out on this, on the short. Bonds are probably in free fall, right? Well, maybe not free fall, but they're got to be down today with the market looking so strong. Down day for 10-year. Up day for 2-year. That's interesting. 5-year down. Where's all my drawings for the Russell? What happened? No! All my beautiful drawings! My heart just isn't into it.
Well, that's fine because, you know, it is 2 o'clock and I think it's about time we move into the request line.
Time transformation.
For right now, I definitely wouldn't be long the Russell 2000. It's still right near resistance. We'll see what happens with it. Okay, let's do the chart request.
Request line coming your way next, guys. Gonna read a comment or two from the live chat first. Let's see here. Anywhere it says, guess it's time to walk over to the coin shop today. I guess that was related maybe to your look at silver or gold. Let's see here. There was also one here from Blackbird. He writes, got some people I know who just got into crypto this year and they are getting scammed. Yes, a lot of new people entering the space, and the scammers are.
Hey man, everybody's got to pay their tuition one way or the other.
Yep.
It's horrible, and it's certainly something that I think is one of my biggest things that I advocate for is security, guys. And you know, I do remind people, especially right now, like, you know, getting into NFTs. There's just even more green people in NFT scene, and a lot of people are being caught completely blindsided. It's horrible and it's tragic, and some people like genuinely you know will reach a moment of crisis. Like, you know, if you get robbed for your life savings or more, you know, it's tragic. It really is. So guys, so be safe at all times. With that said, sorry, go ahead.
I mean, yeah, it's obviously true that it's sad when people lose all their money.
Indeed. Especially people degenning more than they can afford to lose in some crypto or NFT thing and then get scammed. That's double tragic. But anyhow, Ron Legato, I've been holding platinum for a few months. And there's one other comment here. Yes, it was a question from Ali in the YouTube chat. If the Dixie seems to continue dropping, it means the bull run for crypto.
Yes, basically.
Bull run for most things.
Yeah, basically, yeah. If the dollar keeps dropping, your bank account number is going to keep going up. So be happy.
Yes, generally acts as a head or tailwind in these markets. With that said, guys, I'm gonna post up the first request and let's get it on screen now. Here we go. All right, today's first request coming from Polly B, requesting link on the daily and weekly, please.
Let's look at Link Bitcoin. Bitcoin's up today, guys. We need to make sure the things that we pick are going to outperform Bitcoin. Looks strong here to me. This downtrend broken, this downtrend broken. The larger downtrend still holding, but overall, I would want to be long Litecoin Bitcoin in this spot. As you can see, we've made a swing failure pattern here on the 3-day. We make this higher low here. Price just can't get any lower. Our 3-day baseline holds. We start to move bullishly. I'd take that long. What's next?
All right, that was a look at Chainlink daily, a weekly look, I think. And let's go ahead and look at the following for Ask About My Wiener Dog, 1 inch and ICX.
All right, well, as you can see, the USDT pairing is strong. I would expect some follow through on that. Damn it!
Writing a signature?
Yeah, there's not really a long we can take. There's not really a long we can take on 1 inch right now, but I do think it will go up with the rest of the market here. 1 inch Bitcoin. I bet when we look at it, it's going to look strong. this is a good place to be long 1 inch versus Bitcoin. So here you can see we break down below the lows, but aha, it turns out it was a fake out. We slowly push back up into the previous trading range. And when we try and break down, we just can't go lower, and we move upwards. This is a good spot to be long 1 inch. This is a nice low risk entry point. If you close back below this area, you know to get out. I'd be willing to long this. What's next?
All right, that was excuse me, a look at 1 inch in ICX. Next up, we have Will Crane requesting DOT and Link. Well, we've looked at Link. Let's give DOT a look.
Well, this is good. We had this area marked out as support and resistance. We have broken back above this area, so now all of this previous trading range is back on the table. I would expect us to head back towards 7,777 sats. Excuse me, that's 77,777 sats. Excuse me. Same is true for .USDT. So you can see we've turned resistance into support. This entire trading range is back on the table. I'd be looking at $40 next. That's the top of our next trading range. What's next?
All right, shoutouts to Will Crane for that look at DOT. And what do we got next? We have CVC, Civic for Jose Alves. Can we take a look at Civic USDT?
I haven't heard that one in a while. Let's take a look.
That's a full long, isn't it?
It's certainly something too long. I don't know if it's a long yet. Not enough momentum. But I do think that we've broken above resistance here, and that, I mean, look at the rest of the market. We're just probably likely to continue upwards here on CVC. Let's look at the Bitcoin pairing. Oh yeah. It's very nice here, and this gives us a very clear, low risk place to be entering. I kind of like that, right? Looks bullish to me. See, even the 3-day starting to curl upwards above the 3-day baseline. We're holding this trend. Essentially, the way I would play this is if we broke down below 700 sats here, I'd be out. Because that would take us below both our horizontal support and our trend support. Our trend line here. Overall, it's bullish. What's next?
All right, that was a look at Civic. We have up next Boris Bitcoin. Happy Green Friday, all. Requesting a look at Step USD.
What was that?
Take a look. Step Finance is
NFTX?
It's a Solana-based token.
Well, it looks like it's going up, but I don't really have enough TA here with which to work with. Or I don't have enough data with which to do my TA stuff with. If we look back in this area, this was a good spot to long from. It will probably keep moving up here because we appear to have turned resistance into support. But I don't really know where I would target, and this is not really great entry points. So I'm probably going to do nothing with it. What's next?
All right, very, very interesting. These a lot of Solana plays on the up and coming as of late. But that was a look at Step USD. Boris also wanted to look at TOMO.
Strong here, and looks to be breaking out into new all-time high territory. Let's see what you're interested in. Oh,
That was strong.
you know, we don't have enough momentum to take this long, but if we close a new all-time high close. I mean, we've got a higher high here, but as far as like the actual close, if we close a new all-time high, I'll take the long anyway. That's almost always, I'd say 85 to 90% of the time, a good idea. It's a good time to long. So let's take the edge. Yeah.
If you do get that push up and close above, you might get WADA there by then anyway. So it's definitely one to keep an eye on. It looks super strong.
All right, Celsius Network is up next.
Well, this is cello.
Hello, it's a bass.
I need more data. I mean, it looks good, but I want more. More data. I need more data. Is ChartX gonna have it? There we go. This tells us a little bit more about what we're dealing with. I don't know if I like that. Right, so this is the linear trend. So we hold the linear trend for quite a ways. So, move up a good 2,000% from the lows, and then take a nosedive. Have we retraced 80% of this yet? Oh no, my friend. Oh no, we have not. Not even close. Maybe it doesn't need to. Maybe Celsius is just so bullish. The market's just so bullish that it doesn't need to. Doesn't need to retrace 80%. Really, just 40%? You know, as bearish as this looks, as if we're unloading volume up here, we've broken every downtrend I could draw here.
Yeah.
The daily does not look bad. It's really the weekly that looks so rough. It could break up here. With the strength of the rest of the market, it could definitely break up here. It's just not really a long we can take right now. Well, WADA's not there, time transformation's not there. I would just let it alone for right now. That's probably the best thing to do because it's just not clear. What's next?
All right, next up, shout out to Boris Bitcoin for a solid 3-pack of requests. But getting into the next one now, Blackbird 987 asking, did we look at Litecoin yet?
We did not.
Let's give Litecoin a shake. In the meantime, guys, I'm gonna head over to that DLive chest and get it prepared for the big Friday giveaway.
So we were checking it out yesterday. We had broken above this downtrend, and today we finally get the movement off the lows. Boom. I think it's set in stone, guys. I would be definitely interested in scoring a Litecoin position here if I didn't already have a Litecoin position that I scored like back here in February that I'm still holding on to, fortunately or unfortunately. I mean, it's held its value against Bitcoin, so I can't complain too much. This looks very good moving forward. Litecoin USDT. There you go. We did move all the way up to this area. This was our resistance. But then we didn't reject from resistance, right? We found resistance here. Sellers sold. Sellers. They just get nowhere. Then buyers take over. Move us right over that resistance area. Make all those sellers real sorry. Okay.
Right. Excuse me. Gonna get that chest prepared to open, guys. Gonna introduce the next request. You've got about 30 seconds, so probably by the time you hear this message, get to that prompt. In the meantime, next request, MATIC. MATIC for Will Crane on DLive.
This appears to be weaker than everything else. I don't know why it is weaker right now, but we definitely aren't looking to take it while it's below the trend and below the daily baseline and not popping off like every single other thing we've looked at. What's next?
Well, currently distributing the lemon rewards, guys. DLive users, get your hands on those right now. All right, in the meantime, I'm going to introduce the next request. We have this question here from Jose. He writes, can you guys talk about the difference between drawing trend lines on linear versus log and when to use one or the other?
The difference is that a log line is curved if you look on a linear trend. So a linear trend that is actually curving upwards will look like a straight line on a log chart. TradingView does not turn a curved logarithmic trend into a curved linear trend into a straight line log trend on you. It just leaves the straight lines as straight. When you use them is when the trend is linear, you use a linear line, and when the trend is log, you use a log. How do you know? Switch back and forth and draw some lines, buddy. What's next?
All right, that certainly does
Yeah, it's really that simple. Switch back and forth.
All right, there you go, depending on the application. Now, with that said, big shout out to Taz Blitz, taking the first spot with over 140 lemons, Anyword, and Franklin MC, both come up in second and third. Crypto Jenny and Blackbird taking up the 4 and 5 spots. All right, thank you to everybody on DLive who got their lemons on today. In the meantime, we get into the next request. What do we have here? BNB for Ali in the YouTube chat. Alex, can you please take a look at the following? BNB, Litecoin we've looked at.
Just kind of hanging out in resistance support right now. This is likely to break upwards with everything else, but it hasn't yet. This is lagging. I think there's just better trades on the table. What's next?
Wasn't it Exchange Perp that looked the weakest on the daily?
It's Prip.
Perp, that was it. Yeah.
All right, up next is going to be Alpha.
There's always Alpha coming up next on our channel.
Boom.
Yield, baby.
Yield, baby.
All right. Here you see we turn support into resistance. We break resistance. I wouldn't be surprised to see us retest $1.15, $1.17 here. But now that we've broken back into this trading range, this is all back on the table. I expect to see Alpha move very quickly up towards the $2.25 range. What's next?
All right, I still see requests coming in, guys. I'm going to add those to the list in just a moment. But in the meantime, we have this. Also from Ali on YouTube, maybe take a look at Doge USD, Doge Bitcoin, please.
Shocking that not many people are talking about Doge lately.
Well, I heard now talk.
They've got more than all the memes are NFT memes, not shitcoin memes right now.
Yeah, that's true. NFTs
good
are
point.
taking over.
But someone is teasing move to proof of stake for Doge and other
Whatever.
novelties. Yes, I know.
Yeah, what
it's
the fuck?
hilarious.
I mean, even if they did, who fucking cares? It's fucking Doge.
Bitcoin.
Yeah. Yeah, Doge is lagging here. Not super interested in it. Hasn't made it above the daily baseline yet. We've just got stronger signals all over the place. This will probably break upwards with the rest of the market, but who cares? It's not making waves.
The Bitcoin pair doing anything?
Yeah, it's breaking down.
Yeah, looking
All right.
worse.
Let's continue. We have the following for Heisenberg on YouTube. Hi guys, can you take a look at TOKE, please?
Okay, that's tokamak.
Yes, it is.
That's a little topped out. Yeah, I just wouldn't want to do anything up here except be taking some profits and wait for some kind of pullback to get in. This is definitely not an area you want to be a buyer, but we don't have a sell signal yet either. So I would approach this with some caution, but generally speaking, we've moved up quite a bit from listing. It would probably be good and, due for a pullback. What's next?
All right, next up, Mike Maker on DLive wants to look at XRP.
Damn it. All right, here you see we turn resistance into support. So this is our resistance level and support level. We actually break through it and just immediately support, break upwards. This is strong. I expect this to continue to move up here. Again, we have seen stronger charts already, so it would probably be smarter to go with one of the other stronger charts. But yeah, I think XRP can move up here. We moved back part of this way. I don't know if we need to move all the way back down to this area. There's some interesting volume in this spot. That's kind of what I'm targeting here. Okay, what's next?
All right, that was a look at XRP. Crypto Bull 21, continuation long on Solana, question mark.
No.
Unstoppable.
Yeah, we haven't gotten a continuation signal since August. What's next?
All right, Solana in the bag. Just logging a few more requests on the board right now, but this is among one of the last of them, guys. We are about to come to a wrap this Friday afternoon. Adam on YouTube writes stock request ARKQ on the 3-day weekly time frame. I've heard I have some, but I'm considering increasing the size of my positions. All right, so continuation. ARKK, by the way, is what he wants. A traditional, not a crypto.
Why are you trading any traditionals right now, man? This is crazy. I can't believe you're stuck in something this unvolatile. It looks like we're likely to move up on the daily, on the weekly here, and I feel like when we talked about this a couple weeks ago, I said to watch for this and be prepared to long on the break of it. We broke it, so I think you should prepare to long for it. There's really nothing more to say, and yeah, I do think you should dump it, but it's probably going to go up. But I mean, it's going to go up how much compared to alts?
His question actually is not about dumping. His question is he has can he add to his position here on the breakout?
Well, I mean, it's a breakout, so it's your call.
Yep.
All right,
I
fair
told
enough.
you my thought. So what you do with your position and your portfolio, that's on you.
All right. Well, ARKQ was also part of it, but I presume it might have a similar looking chart and a similar take. So maybe we'll move along from here. We have the following for Vernicious over on YouTube. XLM breakout of the daily downtrend. Is it ready to run? Question mark. All right.
Well,
XLM
I'm going to
breakout.
assume that it looks like every other chart out there, and it does. Yeah, it broke the downtrend. Yeah, it's probably going to move up here, but it's weaker than the other alts we've looked at. Some things are making new all-time highs. XLM is still way down here. This is kind of like the mid caps. So I don't know. We can't long it. We're beneath the daily baseline. I'm just not interested in it right now. But sure, it'll probably go with the rest of the alts.
Oh, all right. Well, that's a fair take on that. Just going to check the live chat one last time. So we're good here. We did look at Solana 2 requests ago, right? I didn't skip that by any chance, did I?
We didn't skip it.
All right, so Solana's in the bag. Yes, Solana looking hot. Guys, I think I got all your requests in here. And conveniently, we are arriving at the 90-minute mark for the show. Guys, I would love to keep going, but I think that's it. And it's nice to have kicked it for you guys, with you guys for another week. Thank our audience so much. Guys, your support is so welcomed around here. And of course, big shout outs to Franklin, I think, who sent the $20 super chat earlier, or if I did mistake that user, my apologies, but thank you so much for that super chat. Not much more to add here. As always, do check out the premium.krakencryptocurrency.com for all our primo offerings. Of course, if you like our approach to the market, the way you see some of the trading demonstrated here on the stream every day, you can learn to do this in your own way. Pathways to Profits course awaits you over at premium.krakencryptocurrency.com, as well as a slew of other premium material. I highly encourage you to check that out. Finally, yeah, we have timestamps and other links in the description below. Those come shortly after the show wraps up. Do keep an eye on the new content channel in the Discord server. I usually post the timestamps there as soon as they're up as well. So if you want to quickly reference any of the tokens we looked at today, be sure to check that out. All right, not much more to add. This is where we go sayonara for the weekend, I guess. Final words to the boys.
Trade safely, guys. Oh yeah, I did take a look at ARKQ for this guy, and as you can see, it looks kind of like an accumulation pattern to me.
Good old Wyckoff. How about
So
that?
I'll let you do with that what you will.
All right, guys. Jason.
Yep, trade safe, guys. It looks like it's certainly sizing up to look like we're gonna have a bullish impulse on the weekend. So
54,
just make sure
baby.
that
54.
correctly, protecting yourself.
Yep.
Things could get nuts.
Peace out, guys. Much love to you. See you on Monday.
Goodbye.
guys.